With it being starter squad season, I thought it'd be rude not to take a look at some of the craziest Premier League starter squads you could build in the brand new game. So I've got two teams in this video. One is probably more affordable, one is definitely more on the premium side, and I'm going to start with a premium squad builder. Now, on the thumbnail is a certain player of the month card, Mr. James Maddison. Unbelievable debut month for Spurs. As much as it pains me to say it, fair play, Big Ange has him playing some decent football. And the August player of the month has not been a thing in FIFA for the past 3 years. FIFA 20, I believe it was the last time we got it. I believe it was Sterling back then. But there's been reasons as to why we haven't had it in recent years. For example, this game started a lot earlier than last year. I think last year we started 27th was early access. COVID was an impact as well. So maybe EA are going to go back to their basics, what they were doing years ago, and potentially bring back that August player of the month. So Maddison has won it. 86 rated is what I'd expect. Look at the thumbnail. That is roughly the card. But either way, his gold version is pretty good and he's in this team. By the way, his gold version as a starter card is actually sick. I've taken a deep dive here. The acceleration, the pace split's brilliant. That's just like a ball-playing midfielder. Unbelievable. The shooting, the passing, the dribbling. He ticks the boxes. So we'll continue in the midfield for now, and we have got the Newcastle Brazilian duo in this team. Mr. Bruno Guimaraes and my boy Big Joe. He had to feature. I love Joe Linton, and I'm excited to try this card out. Bruno looks crazy, by the way. All right, the pace is a little bit poor for a centre midfielder, especially like box to box is a little bit on the slow side. But technical game, same with Maddison, fantastic. Great defending and physical stats. Big Joe, I've touched on many a times in starter squad videos, so I won't dwell on him too much, but look at the stats. He's going to be a monster. And this midfield, two box-to-box defensive beasts, and then Maddison just doing the playmaker role. Happy days. The centre-backs for this squad, we got a pace demon in Mr. Van der Ven, and also my man, big William Saliba. Now, William Saliba is not going to be cheap, but he looks phenomenal. An absolute powerhouse at the back. Great pace for a centre-half. Defensively solid, great physicals. He's 6'4", 6'5". I think he's 6'4" actually. So he's a big man. And I had his team of the week last year, his 83 rated, for about 700 games. I'm an Arsenal fan, full disclaimer. That's probably why. But 700 games and he was doing bits. Just an absolute beast. But yeah, he's not going to be cheap. Him and Varane are going to be super premium. And Van der Ven, I don't think he's going to be crazy expensive because of how low rated he is, but the pace, people might see that and that would definitely inflate the price. So he's a nice quick option alongside Saliba here. And at left back, you could either have Udogie, who's still, I believe, an Udinese player on this. Oh, he's actually changed. Let's put Udogie in then. Why not? Because of the Spurs link, and I think he's a decent player in the real world. He's very quick, great physicals. Not the best defending stats, but definitely a chem style to boost that. There are other options here like Malacia or Moreno from Villa, but Udogie gets the shout for us in this. Now, right back, if you're going super premium, you could go for the likes of Kyle Walker here, but I am going to stick to probably a more affordable budget shout, being Nelson Semedo. He's got pace. That's essentially what I'm looking for. Really nice dribbling stats, a lot of greens in the defending and the physicals, and he's going to be super cheap at the start of the game. Now, in goal, I think this is going to be one of the best kind of like low-rated goalkeepers. I say low-rated, 84 is still something, but Pope. He's a tall boy, 1.99 meters. 84 rated, fantastic stats on the card as well. There's different options here. Of course, it's a full Premier League squad, so any Prem goalkeeper works. Ramsdale's a decent shout, maybe Lloris, but Pope gets the nod for me. So the team is looking solid so far. We've got a nice balance, pacey, powerful defense, great midfield. Let's get some attacking threat. And big man Darwin Núñez, the starter beast. This man is going to ruin us, okay? He's so quick, great shooting as well with the right chem style. Phenomenal looking card. He's got rapid and quick step on his play styles. He is only 3-star though, which, you know, could be a little bit poor. The balance is a little bit low, but it is big boy Darwin, and he is a beast at the start of games. Now, left wing and right wing, yes, Arsenal. It's been about time since I get some Arsenal boys in these starter squads. Gabby Martinelli and Gabriel Jesus are the people I am picking. I think Jesus is good as a right winger because of the finishing. Like, he can kind of cut in as that kind of like behind centre forward, behind Núñez, and bag goals for fun. Great shooting stats, ridiculous dribbling as well. 92 agility, 90 balance. I think he's going to be fantastic. And yeah, 30 okay. I reckon he might even be cheaper than that. 84 rated. Martinelli might have a bit more of a premium, but Jesus, because of less pace, he might sneak down a little bit in the price department. But Martinelli, finally, they have juiced my boy. Finally, it's a usable gold Martinelli card. The pace, the dribbling, the shooting, very similar to Jesus, to be fair. Both 4-star, 3-star. And that rounds off a super premium Premier League starter squad. Now, this is not going to be cheap, and I don't recommend trying to get this on day one on the web app. Hang fire a little bit, because Premier League cards, They tend to be a little bit inflated at the start of the game. Everybody wants a Premier League starter squad, so keep an eye on their prices, watch them drop a little bit over the first couple of days and look to pick them up. And I do say that, people like Van der Ven, Udogie, Saliba, if you do have coins on the web app, it's not a bad idea to maybe invest and try and get him in cheaper, because realistically, if you get like a Saliba, 10, 15k on day one, he's going to shoot up in price and eventually you could sell him for profit. Same with Martinelli, probably same with Maddison and Jesus and Darwin Núñez. So that's a decent shout. Now the more affordable Premier League team here, we're going to start off in goal with my man Hugo Lloris. He's featured in a few of these squads, 83 rated, Spurs. It is what it is. So our two centre backs are Gvardiol and Akanji, basically carbon copies of each other. Just tanky, pacey, really solid physical centre halves. Medium, high work rates, should be fine. Gvardiol is going to be crazy with the pace, great defending, great physicals, bulldozers, and hopefully not super expensive because national links are a little bit difficult. You're basically relying on Premier League and Man City. So both our fullbacks, starting off at number 1, we got Rico Henry, the pace demon. And with these kind of like budget squads, you're basically looking for pace with your fullbacks. You're not going to find too many pacey, solid defensive players. But to be fair to Rico Henry, he's got some decent defending and physical stats. And at right back, we have got Wan-Bissaka. Where are we? Aaron, what we saying in regards to your stats? Not the quickest of players, great defending, he's a solid defender, great dribbling stats as well, and he's going to be cheap most importantly. That rounds off our defend. Of course, Maddison is featuring in both of these squads. He's like the highlight player. We're basically assuming the player of the month has come out at this point and you're building around him. So big Maddison goes directly into the team. Centre mid number 1 is Matheus Nunes, new Man City boy who looks really well rounded. As a box-to-box centre mid, he ticks most of the boxes. You could play him more advanced as well, joining up with Maddison, linking up, just doing bits. And an underrated shout. Newcastle have some decent common midfielders. It's Joe Willock, and I tell you what, as an Evolutions card, he could be in with a shout here. I'm not too sure exactly on the criteria. I'm going to do a bit more research and maybe get a video out for you guys maybe later tomorrow. Basically going through some crazy cards you could pick for Evolutions that are going to fit the meta. But Willock, if he's available, could be a decent shout because he looks pretty well rounded and should be cheap as chips. Now the attacking three for the more budget side, we've got Gakpo on the left. We've got big man Danj, my boy Danjuma up front. And then Raheem the Dream Sterling, who's been downgraded to an 83, but still looks fantastic for a starter card. You're basically looking at the agility, the balance, the dribbling, the reaction, so solid. With the pace and decent finishing, he's going to be an absolute nuisance for your opponents. Big man Danj, mate, look at him. Absolute demon. The pace, the shooting, the physicals, the dribbling. Like, he ticks all the boxes, man. And then Gakpo, also a fantastic option. Can be a striker if you don't want to use Danjuma and you want a more quicker, pacier winger. Gakpo could play as a centre forward. And he's got great finishing stats with that pace. Overall, a really solid and shouldn't be super crazy expensive. 62k according to Footbin. It's going to fluctuate. It's probably going to be more because Premier League definitely has a premium. But those are the first 2 Premier League starter squads that I've got for you guys. I hope you did enjoy this one. Let me know down below a card that gets into your Premier League starter team. Any of these boys. And is Maddison going to get a player of the month? Fingers crossed he does, because that'd be a sick SBC at the start of the game. I'll be more so. Catch you later with another one. Take it easy.